Greetings, Math 3 people. These are notes to help you get prepared for what we're going to talk about next week for your A people. And we may get to this with the B group. No, we probably won't. We'll still do unit circle. Okay, what we're going to be talking about are these trigonometric functions, sine, cosine, tangent, and their inverses, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Get a little closer, you can see those words. And the thing to remember is that in general, these trig functions are the ratios relating angles and two sides of right triangles. We have here a right triangle, ABC, with the sides A, B, and C, C being the hypotenuse, the longest side. So in general, your sine function, we use this abbreviation sin, is going to be the ratio of your A side to your C side, otherwise the opposite side to the hypotenuse. Okay. And cosine, cos, B over C, adjacent side over the hypotenuse. Tangent is actually the ratio of the sine to the cosine. So you'd have the ratio for the sine over the ratio of the cosine, which reduces down to A over B, the opposite side over the adjacent. Okay. A over B. We're looking from this angle theta. Okay, opposite side, adjacent side. Cosecant is the inverse of your sine. It's the reciprocal of your sine. So it'd be 1 over A over C, which is really C over A, which means your hypotenuse over your opposite side. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so it's going to be C over B, or the hypotenuse over the adjacent, the reciprocal, just flipped it over. And cotangent, 1 over the tangent, so that'd be like cosine over sine, which means your adjacent side is over your opposite side. Okay. So you can see how these would look with respect to this angle theta. Sine theta would be A over C. Cosine theta would be B over C. Tangent would be A over B. And then their inverses, cosecant would be the hypotenuse over the opposite. Your secant would be the hypotenuse over your adjacent side. And the cotangent would be your adjacent side over your opposite side, the inverse. Look at an example here. Okay, so we have this triangle here with sides 7, 24, and 25. So the sine A would be 7 over 25, opposite over hypotenuse. And cosine would be 24 over 25. Tangent would be 7 over 24. And so forth. You can see these all here. And notice that your sine of A is the same as your cosine of B. Your sine of A, opposite over hypotenuse, is the same as the cosine of B, adjacent over hypotenuse. So it depends on which angle you're looking at to determine which trig function you might want to use, or you might be using. Okay. So you have these samples here, and you can look at them very carefully, and you can freeze this video. And then you're going to try these ones down here with this triangle here, with these sides. And you're going to get all 6 from both angles. Okay? So that's what you're going to do, and we're going to do some of this in class next week.